Alright, what is up, everyone? Welcome back. How's everyone's New Year's going so far? For me right now, it's January 2nd. Figured I may as well start trying to commute more. May as well start recording my commutes. So, I'm currently heading home from work at just after 1. There wasn't many people in the office today. I mean, it is like right at the end of the year, so a lot of people are using, or right at the start of the year, but since it is Friday, a lot of people decided to use some of their vacation time and have a 4-day weekend. I'm ready to be home, honestly. Today has been kind of busy, but only because I've started doing my month-end stuff. But there was only like 3 people in the office today, so I may as well work the rest of the day from home. Commuting is good, right? It's fun. This thing gets better gas mileage than every single vehicle that I own. Yeah. This is kind of the road I take every day, except usually I'm gonna wait till after this car. Usually I take some of the highways, and today I'll be taking the back roads. Clapped out Mustangs. Must be fun. It is a freaking beautiful day though. This morning was a little bit rough. It was like 50, no, it was like 48 when I woke up. 38 when I woke up. I don't know. I think I have a screenshot somewhere. I'll throw it up here. But getting to work this morning was rough because of how cold it was. But now, I mean, I know it's next to the engine, but air temp is saying it's 77. I think I saw the high today was 72. It does feel good now. I mean, does it feel like January weather in Florida? I guess it does. It is just a beautiful day to be out on this frickin' road, man. I kind of picked a weird time because I don't normally drive home at 1 p.m. So I don't even know what the traffic's gonna look like. Commuting to work is special, right? I mean, you are kind of just risking your bike being parked outside of your office all day. Who knows what happens to it really when you're not around, but when you commute, you get to ride it twice in one day. I rode it this morning, had a chill morning listening to my music, and now I'm having a chill drive back and talking to y'all. There has to be a way for me to be able to play my music too. I'll figure that out one day. Who knows, maybe that'll help me. We're about to get off of this main road. I'm not a huge fan of this road. I mean, it's okay, but it's okay for long drives. I don't remember if it was the last video. I think it was 2 videos ago. I was way far east on this road. Like, well past where I live on this road. But this it just goes forever. But yeah, once I'm off this main road, it'll be a way nicer drive. Should be able to make it after this white car. I'm gonna go for it. Being on a bike is just fun though. Commuting on it is good, right? I mean, I'm not too crazy yet, but you are able to just get through some traffic if you're a little crazier than me. And enjoying the back roads is just something always great to do. I didn't really have anything planned to talk about today. I just thought it would be fun to take y'all on my commute. When you are commuting though, you are thinking a little bit differently, right? Like, sometimes on my weekend drives or my night rides, I'm wanting to have some fun. Whereas Right now, all I can really think about is getting home. It's nice to be riding. It's nice to be on a bike. But even just doing small things like that, like, that's kind of hard to do in a car. There used to be, right here at this gas station, the one that's not the new one that took this one out of business, but at this one, there used to be a dude with a smoker who would sell barbecue meat. And man, that was some of the best barbecue meat you could ever have. Yeah, when you are riding to and from work, there is less of a I'm gonna enjoy this ride and more of a let me get to where I'm freaking going. I mean, I guess I could always take highways, but man, the highways here sketch me out. Yeah, I did want my morning commute, my first commute of 2026, to be on the bike. Starting the year off right, man, it's a wonderful day to be alive. I'm getting a phone call. Alright, I think I'm connected again. Hopefully I'm connected again, or else none of this footage will be usable, and that won't be the first time. Don't you just love scam callers? Because I feel like I get scam calls all the time. It is crazy, like, how many you get. And, like, I've found my phone number on, like, databases under someone named Valerie. Because, like, for a long time, I would get phone calls and be like, hey, is Valerie there? And I just thought that that was, like, a classic scam. But it was, like, always this person, like, hey, is Valerie there? I want to buy your property. And, like, I don't know a Valerie. I mean, it probably was, like, one of those either property flippers or truly just a scam. How do y'all deal with scam calls? I used to answer them and just try to waste as much time as possible, but I kind of don't have the time for that anymore. As much as I'd want to do it, I have other things I should be doing. But back when I was at college and I had nothing going on, man, I'd sit on a scam call for like 2-3 hours. There are a few parts of this drive that do get a little bit interesting. Some big intersections, like I think this is probably one of them. Kirkman, yeah, this is a freaking huge road. Lately, I've just been sick. I think at the end of my, during my last video, I talked about going out of town with my family. And I think my nephew got me sick. And it's kind of just been all week. I've been sneezy, runny nose. My throat was sore after I recorded the video on Sunday. And it's still kind of not recovered yet. But being outside is just nice to try to get over some of that. I spent all of Monday this week in bed or in my office laying down on my futon. It is just nice to be out and about, even while not feeling great. I'm right here, brother. McLaren. There are a lot of nice cars up here. Not quite as much as when I lived in West Palm. There's certain areas kind of back behind me where there are some pretty nice houses worth a lot of money, and a lot of them have some pretty nice cars. There's one kid I knew in high school who I think someone told me his dad was like an arms dealer to the government. He had a Corvette Stingray that was like his own car. His dad had a Lamborghini Aventador that he would take into school sometimes. And I just always thought that was crazy. I mean, in our parking lot in high school, we had kids with like Chargers, Camaros, fully built trucks. Just kind of, in my opinion, stupid cars for high schoolers to have who don't really know how to drive yet. I mean, I had a pretty nice Jeep that I worked for and I modified myself, and it still was strange having so many nice cars, some Mercedes, at a high school. It has been a weird day. I got to the office this morning and there was only like 3 people there, and 2 of them were going off to one of our other sites. And so then someone else came in and there was only 3 people in the office all day. We all kind of cut out a little early and we're going to finish up the day at home. I do have to get over. This is where I could either go straight till I dead end to a road, or I can turn here and take a little bit more of a scenic route. This would definitely not be the way to go if there was an event happening at the Camping World Stadium. Right in front of me is the Camping World Stadium. No one normally plays there. They just had the Cheez-It Bowl yesterday, I want to say. But they just had the Cheez-It Bowl. I think they had the Pop-Tart Bowl last week. That's really all that this stadium is used for, is bowl games, Monster Jam, which is coming up in 8 days, I think. And yeah, oh, I guess, does the Orlando soccer team play there? I'm going to have to look that up, but I think they have their own stadium now, but I think they started in the Camping World Arena. Yeah, this is kind of the fun part of Orlando. We have Camping World Stadium, which hosts plenty of events. They do, like, this is where EDC is. This is where they have bowl games. This is where Warped Tour is or is going to be. A couple blocks that way, I believe, is the Kia Center, which is where the Magic play. Yeah, it's just a nice place to drive when there's not events going on. This road that I'm on right now is closed if there's an event. And getting home on back roads whenever there's an event here is a nightmare. Because not only is like all of this usually filled up, when you get over here to where I am about to turn, all of this is like extra parking for the Camping World Stadium. But this is a street where I can usually open it up a little bit. Because nothing ever goes on this street. Man, I like bikes. They're fun. That guy's probably going to pull out because he doesn't see me. Yeah, it is always better driving something that gets like 50 miles per gallon compared to my truck that gets like 15. And something that's so fun to drive too. This is an area of town that until recently I never came this way. I mean, I guess when I started working out in Orlando and I lived in Claremont, I would take the back roads because I didn't have a toll pass in my car. And pay-by-plate is expensive because it's like double the price. If you are ever planning on driving in Florida, go ahead and get a freaking Sun Pass and like load $20 on it, because you will save money compared to pay-by-plate. But that's only if you're driving a lot and you plan on using toll roads a lot. There are other ways to get around in Orlando. I mean, not really any public ways to get around Orlando. There is a bus system. I've never used it because I've never wanted to. Speaking of, there's a bus right there. Some of my friends used to, and they were never huge fans of it. It's never on time. Plus, it has some weird stops. It is just like, if I were to try to go to my job on public transport, it would take me 3 hours, and I'd have to walk for at least an hour of that, just to get to the next place where there's a bus. And that's just, it's not worth it when I'm in a fortunate enough position that I can own a car and own a motorcycle. I may as well drive or ride to work. As much as I'd love public transport, I mean, every time I have gone overseas, I really do enjoy using the buses, right? I enjoy using the trains. It gives you a better way to get around. This is my turn. I'll probably end it off with the loop. The loop is fun. But yeah, having a place to drive to is always good. I mean, I guess if I still worked 5 minutes away from my house, which I used to, I could have probably walked there more or gotten like a bicycle and biked there. Who knows, maybe that would have improved my life a little bit. But not having that time to like decompress. I don't really know how else to explain it. Just having that time to yourself is something that is awesome. It's something that I've taken for granted most of my life until recently. I mean, I didn't know when I was driving an hour to work and an hour home from work. And then I learned that I could move like 5 minutes away from my last job. I was like, oh great. That'll open up a lot of time in my day. But I didn't realize I was losing that me time, that time just to myself to distance what would be work from what should be at home. Yeah, I do know if you go that way, if you turn left here, you will end up in downtown at the Kia Center. Yeah, this is the other part of my drive that usually gets a little busy. This light on Michigan and Orange, it stays green on Orange for so long, and it does not stay green on Michigan for long. Usually, if the traffic is stopped back to like where I'm at right now, it's usually like 2 whole light cycles before it goes green again. And at that point, it is kind of worth it to just turn off and go down one of the back roads back there, even though it puts you right back on Michigan up here. But when it's slow like this, when there's not that much traffic, you may as well just take this light. I would one day like to explore a little bit more in the downtown area. If I didn't have to work from home, I would. That Panda is like pretty new, and I am kind of sad because they replaced but when I moved here, that was an empty Boston Market lot. And I mean, I'm a fan of Boston Market. I wish it was open, but it was just a closed building that said Boston Market for 3 years. And now they finally put something there. And I mean, Panda Express isn't the best thing in the world, but at least it's something, right? Back in 2022, I was looking for a house and I almost bought one of those units. They look cool. They have a garage. They are 3 stories though, which was kind of weird. Like it was bedroom first floor, living room middle floor, and then 2 more bedrooms on the 3rd floor, which seems like a lot of stairs for not a lot of reason. But the company that owned it at the time was one of those like, we're gonna buy up all the houses that exist and try to sell them for more money. I think it was like Red Door or Open Door or something like that. But we put in an offer about 20 grand less than what they had it listed for, just because there was a leak and like, I don't know, it just didn't seem worth it. When I put in the offer, they denied it and said like, oh, we're firm on price. But it's one of those places that like, if they didn't get what they had it listed for within a month, they lower it by $2,000-$3,000 or whatever. And later on I looked, and it was still listed for sale for less than what I had originally offered them. And that was always a strange moment to me of like, they didn't even reach back out to see if I was still interested. I don't know. Those home things that just bought up a whole bunch of houses and then did whatever they wanted with them. I've never agreed with that. We need people to own houses, not large corporations. It would be nice to have a house back this way on the loop. It's hard, right? Because I mean, that house has a 2-car garage, but that's probably a 2-bedroom house, which makes it hard to want to go there and like build a family. These houses have 2-car garages, but like, I've always wanted at least a 3-car garage, and I hate 2 singles like that. But I've always wanted like a 3-car garage, and that just does not exist in this area. Honestly, most of the time you drive by this area and there's no garages, so. Which does make it hard, right? Because like, I want to be able to park my wife's car in the garage. Who knows? Maybe I might buy a fun car. So that would be nice to have in the garage. And then I have a motorcycle, but as a lot of people know, you don't stop with just one motorcycle. And I don't plan on stopping with one motorcycle. I don't know if I'll go as crazy as some of the people I see, but I definitely want, like, I don't know. I like the Naked. This is definitely a commuter bike. I want a cruiser. Something to just take a little bit further. It would be fun to have a dirt bike, go on some trails, whether it be like a dual sport or a just full on off-road only bike. And then I think it would be fun to have like a dedicated track bike too. Even if it was something like a Ninja 300, because tracking it is one thing I want to do one day. My ideal place is a place with I'd love to have between like 5 and 10 acres. Nothing too crazy, but enough to like have some fun in. Just anywhere that doesn't have an HOA fee is kind of my main priority. 3-car garage, no HOA fee. I'd be happy. That guy's having fun on his Suron. But yeah, that's my normal commute with a little bit extra just to have a little bit more time. I might call it here, get home, relax a bit, see what the rest of the day has for me. Be positive, be kind, enjoy life. If you want a bike, get a bike. Don't let anything hold you back. If you like this video, please like, consider subscribing. Yeah, bye.